What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Double Decker Family. I'm Big Papa, and today we have an epic adventure to share with you. But first, let me bring all our new subscribers up to speed. We're the Irely family, and my wife, Dina, and I have 6 children, and we are on a 2-year road trip in our converted double-decker RV with a plan to spend about 2 weeks in each of the lower 48 states. We began our trip on June 1st of 2022, and while we started our trip by heading north and west, we ended up having an electrical fire that threw all our plans into chaos. So, after the electrical repairs took place in Utah, we decided to reset and restart by driving all the way across the country to here in Watkins Glen, New York, for our first NASCAR Race Weekend experience at Watkins Glen International. Now you're all caught up, so let's dive in. But before we do, please make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit that little bell so you know when we post more content and more videos. We are excited to share more of our adventures and just more of everything that we're doing with you, and we figured that this was a great adventure to start with. Let's start by saying this was an incredible opportunity, and we are so glad that we were able to do this, get the bus fixed, and drive all the way across the country to experience this NASCAR Race Weekend. We didn't know what to expect, and we've never done anything like this before, but after hearing some friends of ours talk about how much fun they'd had and how family-friendly the race events and race weekends were, we knew we had to talk to the kids about the opportunity, and they were all for it. And as an added surprise, we were able to pick up my dad, and he was able to join us on the part of the drive, and they're at the race weekend too, which was really fantastic to have another adult along with us. And the kids really loved having Grandpa at the races. So first and foremost, we want to share with you the adventure that we had, right? In this case, it was the NASCAR Race Weekend. Second, we want to share with you why we chose that adventure over the many others that we could have chosen. In this case, introducing our kids to a new cultural experience is why we picked to go to NASCAR and partake in this event. Third, we want to share with you how the kids feel and felt about the adventures and what their thoughts on it were. Fourth, we want to share with you what we learned and possibly what we'd do differently if we did this experience again. Fifth, and finally, we want to inspire you. Did you know that you can camp right there on the track, like right next to the racetrack? I had no idea, so it was a totally new thing for us. We are really glad that we did. But before I get into all the details on that, I figured, why don't we hear from the kids about this great adventure?
I love a closet. I love a pizza. I love everything. Roasted pen marshmallow.
What was your favorite part of the NASCAR Race Weekend?
Toys.
The cars?
We watched the race. They were super loud.
And what kind of sound did they make?
And I liked the tattoos.
Airbrush tattoos was a big hit.
This one.
Oh, you still got yours. Okay.
Yeah. iRacing.
iRacing?
Yeah.
There was the things where you gotta like change the tires.
Just in there and in the cultural experience.
What did you think of camping at Watkins Glen International?
I love camping. Like roasted marshmallows. The kids zone, we got marshmallows at the big spinning wheel, and we roasted the marshmallows at the campfire. I like that.
We had some friends and everybody was nice.
What was the most fun thing at NASCAR Race Weekend?
I really like the giant building blocks. And we gotta go all the way in the pits. We gotta go on the racetrack and do a dance party.
Like tattoo things that you can put on your arm, face paint in a different area.
I interviewed all the kids about their experience with the NASCAR Race Weekend and camping at Watkins Glen. But I think maybe the most valuable opinion is going to be yours.
I liked, and maybe what I would think was most fun was getting back into the pits and like seeing their setups. And I thought that their little their carts for their like information. A few things about camping that I thought were major positives that they did is that their showers and their bathrooms were clean, and they remained that way the entire weekend. There was never a time that I was ever worried that there would be trash piled up anywhere, and they kept it extremely clean.
It's like 40,000 campers or something that
Yeah.
just show up. I mean, Watkins Glen itself, the city of Watkins Glen or the village of Watkins Glen, is like 3,000 people or something.
Yeah.
With 40,000 people all of a sudden showing up, it's a whole city.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And they ran it as such. That's what impressed me.
Yeah, for sure.
Is the police, the fire, the medical, like everything was there.
Yeah.
And the trash service, everything was there that we needed.
Yes, for sure. And they took care of everything as far as that went.
At our particular location, our neighbors and those that were right around us,
Yeah.
were of similar minds, had children and families just like us,
Right.
which I found was really interesting. Like,
Right.
we got a spot where there were other families who would have similar, bedtimes and things like that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't loud late at night.
Mhm.
We stayed up till 11, midnight some nights. We had
Yeah.
the campfire going till 11. It seemed to be more of like a family day. But I had probably the most fun just walking through the garages
Uh-huh.
and like seeing all the cars being worked on, hearing them start up. But the whole behind the scenes, I really loved how everybody was all mixed together.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, there were
for sure.
tents right near us. There was bumper pulls right by us. There, like every kind of camping experience was happening all at the same time. So I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
neat. As you can see, the kids had a blast. They really loved everything that we did over there at the race. They loved the kid zones. They loved getting the prizes. And really, although the race was happening and they got to see the race, our friends definitely did not steer us wrong. This was definitely, one of the most family-friendly activities we've ever done. The whole weekend was just jam-packed with things to do for kids and for us adults. NASCAR really went out of their way to make sure that this kind of event, their events, are extremely family-friendly, and the kids' tickets are free or discounted at every NASCAR track. And I gotta be honest, one of the reasons I'd never done this before is because I was worried about what it was gonna cost the family to get into the event, right? Most sporting events, you're paying each ticket, you're gonna spend a lot of money on, and I just wasn't sure, and I never really looked up what it was gonna cost because I just, it's a professional sporting event. I knew it was just gonna be too expensive. So it made it extremely affordable. Anybody can do this and get out and get to any of the NASCAR races. And then there were so many activities for the family. And from building the giant blocks that the kids talked about, we did cornhole, racing simulators. We met with different drivers, and we walked through the pits. We got to take a peek at the cars and everything as they were being worked on in the garages. Certainly that was something that we were excited to do. And of course, the races were incredible. A lot of fun. After each long day of fun, we didn't even have to go very far to get the rest that we needed, right? Because we camped right there on site, next to the track, with thousands of the most friendly campers that we've ever met. After this long day of NASCAR activities, we just walk back to the rig and have a relaxing evening next to the campfire. So this was really kind of totally new to us. We had no idea you could camp right there on the track. It's just really incredible. No matter what you're camping in or what your budget is, you can get right up next to the track for an awesome camping experience. So from tents to pop-ups and large, double-deckers, this place had room for everyone, which we really loved. And after talking with all those other campers and spending 4 nights on the property, it was pretty clear that Watkins Glen International does have one of the best camping experiences in motorsports. So we're eager to check out other camping experiences at race events, but based on what we've experienced now, I'm sure nothing's going to top Watkins Glen International. Maybe you could tell us in the comments below where we should go. Tell us if you think something's going to top Watkins Glen. I don't think it can be beat. In sharing this adventure, we also wanted to take a few minutes to focus on why experiences like this are so valuable to us and to our goals. When we decided as a family that we are going to live life intentionally, and for us that meant living on the road and spending more time together, we also decided that we were going to get out of our comfort zone and try new things. The NASCAR subculture is, quite simply put, something we'd never considered taking part in. We want to take every opportunity that we can to experience new cultures, though, and this was a huge way for us to kick off that part of our adventure, to show it to our kids. We were opening their eyes, and our own, to a part of the world that we simply knew nothing about. So this weekend reaffirmed for us that this way of living, this way of life, traveling the U.S. in this style, is a perfect way for us to live intentionally, to live on purpose. This is that perfect way to give our kids the real education and show them what matters most in life. This is a perfect way to prepare our kids for the future of the world that they'll grow up in. These types of experiences really are going to help them see the world in brand new ways and help them determine what is it that they want out of life. What culture do they want to be a part of? Where do they want to spend their time, energy, and effort? And what experiences do they want to have? The time we have with our kids throughout this life is so limited. And I can't help but think and believe that these kind of experiences will be what shapes our children to be the leaders and examples as they grow older, because they'll have the ability to connect with more people and with more cultures. And I can't really ask for more. As we grow, more people are aware of what we're doing and who we are. I thought this would be a really good time to talk a little bit about how we're going to share these adventures with you. And I know we haven't been the greatest at getting these videos out, but we definitely want to, and we know that people have been asking us to. So in sharing these adventures, we want to set up some sort of a recurring or regular format with our videos so that you know what to expect in each of our videos, or in most of our videos. I'm sure that we are going to change this format, and at some point along the way we'll mix things up and change things, because it's evolving, right? This is still a new process to us. It's a new thing for us to be doing. We hope that in everything that we do, we are inspiring people to live intentionally, to live life on purpose, whatever that looks like for you. For us, right now in this part of our life, it's living in a bus and traveling the country. I don't know that it's always going to look that way for us, but today that's what it looks like, and that's what we want to do. We want to help inspire you and inspire those around you to live intentionally, live on purpose. Not everything is about chasing money for happiness. You can definitely, money's not always a bad thing, but it's not always the best thing. We hope that we've met those goals with this video. Our format, like I said, it may change over time, and we'd love your input as we grow. As we keep traveling, we'll keep sharing, and we'll always do our best to stay active in responding to your comments and questions. So please like, follow, and share our journey. But we do want you to follow. We do want you to share our journey with others. Share it with your family and friends, and help inspire them. So take care, and remember, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there.